Hey everybody, I'm Rob Freeman and welcome back to Ensuring the Built Environment. This is episode 165, and in this video we're going to be answering the question, should you buy a home firewall? And we're going to talk about three things in this video. Number one, what is a home firewall? Number two, what are some reasons why you may want to consider buying a home firewall? And number three, what are some ways that your life can get better, or what are some ways that you can gain more control over your home network when you have a home firewall, and how can it protect your family in the process? And I go into a lot more detail at an article on robfreeman.com on home firewalls, and I link to it below this video, as well as in the video itself. You'll see some links as well. And you can go learn more about home firewalls, and I link also to the one that I just purchased, which is called a home firewall, a Firewall Purple. It's kind of a mid-range home firewall, and it's been great. I have some links and some screenshots in this video of some of the features of that home firewall. So if you learned something, you enjoyed this video, hit the like button below, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel there as well. So so what is a home firewall? Well, a home firewall is a home device, an appliance that you install in your home that helps monitor and protect and prevent any malicious traffic or giving you more control over the items and the devices and the traffic that happens on your home network. And there are all different types of firewalls. There are cloud-based firewalls, there's software firewalls, there are device-based firewalls like on your Mac or PC. They definitely come installed with firewalls on them. With a Mac, I know you used to have to turn it on manually. At least that used to be the case. I don't know if they still do that, but those devices come with firewalls. The PCs and Macs do. But what I'm really talking about here in this video is a separate device that you install in your home in between your ISP supplied modem or gateway. I mean, the device basically that they provide to you when they install your internet access, and then all the devices. So you've got your ISP supplied modem, or maybe you own your own modem, and then you have your firewall, and then you have all the devices that are connected to your network. You have, all your PCs or Macs, you have your iPads, iPhones, computers, any IoT devices, smart thermostats, smart speakers like Alexa or HomePod, any Ring doorbells, Alexas. There's a device called a Ting, which I maybe talk about in a future video, which is a very cool device that monitors your home electrical system for any shorts or potential risks for fires, things like that. Anything that connects to your internet through your home. The number of internet connected devices, your car, if you have an EV, and it's connected, really any car today, it's going to be connected to the internet and probably is connected to your home network. And so what are all these devices doing? And then what are all the devices that your family owns? What are they doing? Like if you have young children and you don't know what they have internet access, or you have teenagers and you're worried but they're gonna what they have access to. So let's go through a list of some of the reasons why you may want to own a home firewall, buy a home firewall. Some of the ones I mentioned before, like if you have young children or teenagers with access to the internet and you want to protect them from pornography or other illicit content, if you're a high value individual and you work from home using your home network, and you consider what you do, like if you're a CFO or a CEO, and you would maybe be considered a target of a phishing attack or a spear phishing attack. People may be looking to get information about you that they can use either in some sort of an attack at home or a hybrid attack between home and work. If you have a lot of IoT devices on your home, on the same network as your home computers or work computers or phones, if your children are using social media and you want to block out time, some quote-unquote family time, to allow you and your family to not be on social media on a regular basis. If you don't know your ISP's default, if you're using your ISP's default password, or you don't regularly update your gateway or router that was provided by your ISP, or if you just want greater visibility into what all the devices on your network are doing. And the final reason is really cool is actually some of these devices will give you a VPN built into the firewall. So you don't actually have to pay for a subscription to a separate VPN service. You can set up a VPN and it'd be just like using your home network no matter where you are. So those are all some good reasons to consider a home firewall. And now we're going to just go over some of the features that I think are really cool about a home firewall. So I mentioned before that, so I installed what's called a Firewall, which is a brand of home firewalls. They're actually like small office, home office firewalls. They're not what they would necessarily call a next generation firewall, which is going to be identifying specific individuals or providing individual level security, but you can get a lot of granularity on your home network as it pertains to what the network is doing with respect to like a device like a firewall. Another device is called a Protectly. Again, in the video and the article I linked to below, there's a lot more detail on different types of firewalls. And I should say one thing that's important to note is that your home modem, or the ISP provided modem or gateway, does provide a firewall by default. The issue is that it is providing what's called SPI, or stateful packet inspection. And what that does is it monitors data or packets based on their state. So like, did you request data from a specific website, and the state of that data coming back would indicate that it's okay to let it pass through? Or are there random devices scanning your internet ports for open connectivity or vulnerabilities? And your stateful packet inspection equipped home modem that your ISP may have provided is going to give you that level of security. The issue is that you're not getting what's called deep packet inspection, which is what you will get with a separate home firewall that is going to actually look within the data itself, or the packets themselves, to try to identify and compare based on known vulnerabilities or known malicious actors, whether the packets are, say, malware, or it's a ransomware situation where the ransomware is phoning home to the attacker, or if it's some other type of hidden malware that is getting into your network as a result of somebody clicking on a bad link in an email. Because really, like 90% of the types of attacks that you're going to be subject to within your home are going to be the result of individuals, probably your kids, if they are not trained on how to identify a bad email or even like a bad text message coming across their phones. These are, things that make your home network more vulnerable, and a home firewall can help protect against things like that with deep packet inspection. So, so when you have a home firewall, there's certain things you can do. Like, these are screenshots showing some of the features of the Firewall. And this first one here is showing some of the functionality that you can do to protect your family. So you can choose to turn on Family Protect, which will block out violent or pornographic content. Safe Search will filter out pornography and potentially offensive content. And then Social Hour, something I mentioned before, where you can actually block out time to not use social media. The VPN here is pretty cool. Instead of subscribing to a third-party VPN service, you can get it right from your firewall. So you set it up in a way where you're able to use your VPN as a private encrypted tunnel to communicate with anything that you need to search for when you're not at home, just like as if you were at home. And so that's a really cool functionality, because VPNs are a nice way to gain a little extra privacy in terms of what you're doing online. ad block. It allows you to block a lot of ads on your personal network, which will, help filter out the most egregious ads and make your, home browsing experience better. It also will show you, what's happening on your network in terms of the flows of traffic, how much data is flowing in and out of your network. So this here shows like some, kind of a summary of uploads and downloads. Obviously, your downloads are probably going to be a lot larger, but you hope anyway. And then you can get device level data depending on how you set up your firewall to show you visibility within the specific devices. And so on my network, I think I have 42 different internet connected devices, and this is just showing my MacBook, and it's showing I can. This can be for anybody in my house, but I can control, whether I block the internet or block gaming or social media or block video or porn, turn on safe search, turn on the family hour, all these different types of things. And it shows you, how much is what's going on within the network, what percentage of the stuff coming through has been blocked automatically by the Firewall software. So I know this has been, kind of a lot of information, but again, below the video, I linked to an article that you can get more information on the different types of firewalls and what the benefits are of using a home firewall. And again, a home firewall is a device that's going to help you monitor and block and prevent unauthorized or unwanted or malicious traffic on your network. And with the advent and advances in artificial intelligence and cybersecurity weaknesses that AI is discovering, I think it's going to become ever more important for people to consider having a home firewall in addition to the basic firewall functionality that you're getting with your home modem. So, yeah, I mean, I hope you found this interesting. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. But thanks again for watching. Hope you found this useful, and have a great day.